Streaming.
We're live! We did it! Toast, everyone. Thank you. Cheers. We're toasting to all of you who are joining us tonight. This is Meet the Valkyries. This is our incredible special guest moderator, Alanah, Pearce, who you know and love.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm super happy to be here. Everyone looks amazing, and also this room smells really good.
Oh, good.
I was like, well,
it does. It's not champa. It's not champa.
I'm pretty sure it's all of you.
Oh.
Maybe all of you. Welcome everybody to the first ever Perfect Time Productions YouTube Live Meet the Valkyries. Very excited to be here. I'm Alanah Pearce. I'm moderator for tonight, but it's gonna be a cool vibe. We're gonna have a nice chat, drink some champagne, just have a good time, and you can all ask questions, which I will be fielding. See me looking at my phone. I promise I'm not browsing the internet. I'm taking your questions. I promise.
She's watching the next episode of The Last of Us, right? Is that what
Friday?
Oh, it's Friday. That's Friday.
Get ahead of yourself.
There go. Okay, slow it roll, lady.
So of course tonight I'm joining Danielle. Do you want to talk about why we're on here? I feel like it's easier for you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you. First of all, it's such an honor to have Alanah, who we all love. Yeah, you know, I said this when we were getting set up, like we created this thing and no one told us we should or shouldn't. We just decided to do it. And it's called Song of the Valkyrie. Most of you here, hopefully all of you have seen the music video by now. We're calling it a music fantasy film.
Ask that. What do you call it? Because is it a short film? Is it a music video?
It feels a little bit like an epic 1980s film set to a Lana Del Rey song. Mm-hmm. So I was very confused on the proper name.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know either. We're going with music fantasy film.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
There we are. We're coining our own phrase. And surrounding us are the incredible actresses and musicians and artists who embody the Valkyrie, and that's exactly why we're here. We'll dive a little deeper later.
Definitely.
So I'm Danielle. You may know me as Freya in God of War or the Mother of Death in Insidious. I promise I'm not the main one. Real life.
You're very nice.
I won't be slapping Alanah if she gets anything wrong tonight.
It'll be after the live.
Yes.
Why don't we have everybody introduce themselves?
Yeah.
You know who we are. Okay. Who is this to my left?
So my name is Jen Kuhn, and I play the cello in the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a Valkyrie. My Valkyrie's name is Kara, and I have a double sword, double axe.
Oh, it's formidable.
Double axe. Yeah.
Double-headed axe. Yeah.
An amazing breastplate.
The breastplates are exquisite.
Do you want to start with all?
Sure.
I'm Phoebe, and I am Hildur in the beautiful music video that I love as a Valkyrie. And I play the harp in the video and in real life, and I have a dagger in my boot in the video.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my weapon.
As well as now.
Well, I'm Kendall Ruggs. I played the drums and I played the gunner. I believe I had a sword.
Oh yeah.
A really beautiful big sword.
Blue stone.
Yeah.
My name is Crystal. I play Sigrid. I hope I pronounced that
Sigrid.
Okay, just making sure. I do that. And I was using the Valkyries as the queen before.
Yes, the
And
standing queen.
Standing queen, and she took over, but it's fine. No hard feelings. And I played the horn. At least until you play the game. Maybe it's a little bit hard. And I also had the dagger.
Yes. Beautiful dagger. My name is Evan Friedman. I played Gna in the music video. And I'm also the true Valkyrie queen.
Oh my God. The gauntlet is being thrown down already.
I played Gna in God of War Ragnarok, who is also her own self-proclaimed Valkyrie. In this, I'm still your friend.
In RIL, we are friends.
Yeah.
It's in real life.
The kids do.
The kids know. Oh, they know. Oh, okay. The kids know. I'm the uncool one.
We're still waiting on Michelle.
Okay. Oh, we are still waiting on
no.
our beautiful Michelle, who's with her beautiful children. As you know, Michelle played the Rota, and that's how you do a Rota. I had to do all those things in the booth. Yeah, the Norse Rota. But she is a beautiful cellist in real life, like Jen. She played Rota. She had the single axe, and she is with her little ones tonight. Her bairns. Never there.
Very good. So before we go any further, we do have a giveaway that is still open until close to the end of the live. So the details are, you can still enter to win a signed Song of the Valkyrie poster. To enter, you need to subscribe/follow Perfect Timing Productions at Perfect Timing Prods IG, Perfect Timing LA on Twitter, Perfect Timing Productions on YouTube, and you can submit 2 questions for 2 Valkyries to the Instagram and share Song of the Valkyrie music video. Which is very, very cool.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So Stefan Colson, who is manning the beautiful cameras in front of us, is one of my producing partners for many years. He's been my DP on all of my projects, also my editor. He's like a one-stop shop. Like he can basically do everything. I don't know what he cannot do. Probably.
Also rocking that cowabunga pizza hat.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't see it, but it's
You
good.
cannot see the man, but he's got a cowabunga pizza. Is that
It's
like
a
ninja
really
style?
good-
Yes. There it is.
Very good.
Oh, we're all a bunch of nerds in a room. And so Stefan is just incredible on many talents. I mean, he also does graphic design. So he has designed this gorgeous, epic, like fantasy film poster, which we shall review. And also, I must mention my other producing partner, Amber Montrevino. I think you all know Miss Amber Rain. She is the one chatting with you in the chat. She is the one that's going to be fielding your questions. Hopefully, they're appropriate or some.
already getting some.
Okay, we're already getting some questions, and she's also my my right hand as well. She's if it wasn't for the 2 of them, we all wouldn't be here. They gave birth to all of us.
Well, there's a lot of talented and incredible people in this room. There's actually a pretty small amount of people that worked on this production overall, right?
That's a great
Super
question.
impressive.
Yeah, it's a Perfect Timing Productions. You know, we're up and coming. We have a short film, a pilot, a proof of concept. This is our first music fantasy film short.
The first ever potentially in existence at all.
Ever coining the phrase. But we do actually have 2 features that have been greenlit. So
That's
we're
awesome.
going to be moving into that in the new year. So
Very
exciting.
cool.
Keep an eye on us.
Yeah, I'm already tired thinking about the amount of work that's on.
It's exhausting.
All right, cool. Well, good luck. Have fun.
Thanks so much. So you're not going to help. I can't count on you for anything, Alanah.
You can hit me up. Yeah, I'll be around to, I don't know, offer support. I'm like, you're doing a great job.
That's all I need. That's all I need from you.
So we do already have some questions, so why don't we jump straight into them?
Oh, sure.
We have a question. This one's for all the Valkyries, which is, which was the most fun scene to film in the music video and why?
Who wants to take it? Just toss it like a potato.
Who was it from?
Oh, sorry, from Annette.
Oh, Annette, we love you.
Oh, I have an answer, Annette. I loved the scene where we all got to cross paths as Valkyrie warriors before we were going to take flight, when we had choreographed movements with our weapons being
The bird formation.
correct.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
The
I loved
weapons
that.
made it feel like real.
Yeah.
So they were
Well, they were
pretty
real weapons.
No,
Yeah.
to her point, they were.
Yeah.
And some of them were kind of blunt. Some of them were kind of hard. Some of them were
They
kind of
weren't
sharp.
sharpened, but they weren't.
You had to be careful.
Yeah.
We were careful. And again, to your point, we didn't have like the stunt coordinator. It was like all of us communicating a lot. But my stepdad is a collector. Actually, when you come over for pasta, you're gonna go into the garage and go, oh wow.
The swords?
It is literally lined with figurines, like in the boxes. He has all of those weapons were from my stepdad.
Wow.
Except for the bow and arrow. But yeah, so anyway, we wanted the details to be so real. We were so committed to, because, you know, the fan base, you guys know when people are dialing it in.
Totally.
You guys know when someone went to the Rite Aid and got themselves a costume. And
Which, respect. That's all you have to make anything. We still do it. Still make the thing.
it's true. And I
But
am
you
not
can tell.
yeah. And I am not a cosplayer by any means, but I wanted to say, what would it be like to be in the live action version of this?
Totally. And yeah, the weapons were absolutely incredible. And I love that they're all so different and like kind of ended up working with all your different personalities as well. Very cool vibe.
Yeah.
And that asked another question, unless anyone else wants to answer that. So you have a different answer to your favorite scene?
I know that I loved it's very brief in the music video, but there was a part where we were filming in a cave, and the lights were like gracing our faces and gracing the weapons, and I just felt like a badass when that's
It's a screaming.
We call that the Cave of Transformation. It is hands down my favorite part of the entire music video, because when we walk in there with such purpose, and the queen goes around and awakens everybody with the rune, the Valkyrie rune on the forehead, and then of course it appears when we come out. It's like yes, we were playing our instruments. Yes, we were sort of like in the 9 realms, like, you know, under Odin's spell. This is the story, by the way.
Sort of spoilers.
Just kind of forgetting who we were, and we were feminine and beautiful, but also these shield maidens, these warriors, like our purpose on the planet, like got awoken once they were touched. And then when we walk in there, it all like comes together, you know, just the expressions on all of their faces. Like I get chills every time. The music drops out. It is just the voices. Like I recorded this with my friend Rob Christie, who's also one of my producing partners over at Republic Records. And we just knew at that moment, let's suck out all the music and have this chorus of voices like coming together. And then of course we march out.
Was that something that was decided beforehand or in post?
In post, actually, interestingly enough, just sucking out of the music. But we always knew there was going to be a moment of transformation. And thanks to Stefan, he had shot up at the Angeles Forest, which is where we shot. And he knew of this cave. And he was like, oh no, we're going to have like lights.
I got this cave for you.
I got a cave for you.
He's a cave guy as well.
Yeah, he does many things. Like caving is one of them. We're coining lots of
If you
phrases
ever need a
today.
cave, he's got you. Just hit him up. Looking for a cave. We have another question from Annette, which was for you, Daniel, specifically. What were the challenges faced while producing the What were the biggest challenges?
Two of the biggest challenges. One was when the city of Los Angeles decided to shut down the forest. They didn't have our production schedule, obviously, and so I was freaking out because this is, you know, we're this modest production company. It's not like, you know, I had some big, conglomerate go, here's X amount of dollars, go live out your dream. This was like, you know, like nickel and diamond it, and lots of beautiful sponsors and favors that came in. But that day was crazy because we're also coordinating all these gorgeous women and their busy schedules, and it was a very challenging time. But at that point, we were all in. We all knew that we were committed to this, and so I think that a 2-day shoot or 3-day shoot turned into a 5-day.
Why did the forest issue?
Well, they were afraid at that time of the forest fire, so they sort of preemptively shut down the forest.
Sure.
And then we had to bump it a month. And I also, too, like, I was a little crazy with the schedule. I was like, oh, yeah, we can do 20,000 things in, like, one day. And it was like, when you see the details of the costumes, you know, you don't just whip those costumes on. I mean, we had tattoos, we had rings, and every character was so specific. We wanted to give each Valkyrie their distinct, like, purpose and look.
What was the setup then for all of you to actually get in costume? Like how long did that take?
It took a while. It took a while, but the hair and makeup, it was a team of 2
JL Serrano designed the hair, and we had Claire, who was the master braider. Like I've never seen anyone braid that fast.
These women were working overtime to get all 7 of us.
Yeah.
I mean, each hair style was a work of art in itself, and they're also designing it at the same time.
Well, Amber and I were in there also like
Yeah.
weaving things
Yeah,
and
yeah,
beads
yeah.
and feathers, and it was
That sounds awesome though.
it was like a big pajama party.
In a cave.
That first day, how long did it take? That first day, it took a
It
lot.
took a minute, and then like we kind of got it dialed in as far as like how we could all get ready, because we were in those costumes more than once. But I think we do have an announcement that Michelle Arota has joined us. Do we want to say a quick hello? Is she there? Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
Yes. Tell us who you are. Look at your cello in the background.
Oh.
Hi everyone. I'm Michelle. It's nice to see you all. Wish I was there with you. Likewise.
We miss you. You're beautiful. So we introduced you as Rota. Is there anything else you wanted to share about Rota?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, my double-sided axe is really awesome.
Yeah, and your breastplate was very impressive too.
I mean, that was something else. This is so fun. I don't think I'm gonna get over that ever. That was so much fun to wear.
We have specific questions written down for each Valkyrie, so we'll probably circle on back to you. But we're so happy to have you here, and we support 100% that you're home taking care of the kiddos. We love that.
Oh, thanks.
We do have another question from, I'm hoping I pronounced this correctly, Kovacs Tidball. I have a general question. Why did that specific song that was picked by Lana Del Rey? Is it a personal preference or because it's about video games?
Well, kind of both, because she's like the goddess. I'm
From Lyric.
I'm obsessed. And also, so the origin really quickly was in 2018, like God of War changed my life. And in 2019, you know, we rode this wave of like winning Game of the Year and just like, and it was enough to already love everyone I worked with and the world. But then it was like to be on the stage and like to see all these people really getting the accolades and the recognition was like, it blew me away. So I thought, and then I had this new fan base, and I was like, God, I really love these people because I'm just a big old nerd with them, you know. I'm like, I love the world of fantasy and video games. So I thought, I want to do a little love letter to them. And then I thought, oh, I'll just like sit on my couch with cute with a little ukulele and sing video games from Lana Del Rey. And I can't remember when that turned into what it is now. I really can't tell you what happened, but I just in my creative mind I was like, wait, let's get into Freya's story. Let's get into what happened when the spell was cast from Odin. What happened to all the Valkyrie when he started to manipulate the satyr magic and the use of the Valkyrie for his own gain and his own scheming, you know, plans. So I wanted to tell more of Freya's story and the sisterhood of these women. I love women in my life. I've got some of the best girlfriends that have been in my life forever, and I just love when a sisterhood come together and lift each other up.
Totally. I feel like you proved that, and it's so powerful and beautiful and feminine, and just I loved it. I thought it was like, especially as a group of women watching that, it was very, very inspiring.
And the weapons. The songs was really well done.
And basically, like when we're in our fairy form, like playing instruments and like the cellos in the middle of the woods and the harp from heaven. I mean, you just got all in the tree with the violin and the horn.
Well, the violin was not included.
Well, you nailed the violin.
No, don't lie. The violin. Alana doesn't know this. The violin didn't work. And I don't play the violin.
And then there's that.
So the sound. Phoebe's a harpist, like a real harpist. I'm sitting there like, yes, like, this is meditation. This is what it's all about. With the harp going, and then it's up to me to start playing the violin, and it just sounds like.
We haven't talked about you here.
But you sold it.
You never thought about it like that.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
amazing.
They're
That was
my-
my favorite seeing you.
Standing in a tree.
Well, but see, she looks so beautiful, you didn't care. There might be a behind the scenes.
I want the real violin.
Oh, not
Real
at
violin coming at you.
So jumping off of, you know, like everything that you just said about bringing together a bunch of women doing awesome stuff. Like, what is your why? Why did you want to do this? What was the real draw for you?
It started off as the love letter, and then I really wanted to. When I play these roles, most of them, I really become almost protective of them in a way, a little defensive for their plight. And if there's anyone to really like side with, I think it's Freya. And just when you meet her, sort of like as a shell of a woman in Midgard in the first game, and she's lost everything. And then of course the one thing she has gets taken, and she goes from the road of revenge to forgiveness, and we talked about that together. So I really, I don't know, I just was like, hey guys, we've been turning out, me and my team have turning out these great shorts and these great creations. Let's do what I've always wanted to be when I was a little girl, which was like a Valkyrie, a queen, a fairy, all these fantasies I had as a little girl I wanted to bring to life. And then I spoke to my partner Amber about it, and she's like, let's do it. And I spoke to Stefan, and he was on board. I spoke to Rob, and I was like, well, if they don't tell me no, then the answer is yes. And then, Amber and I were able to literally pull out of our Rolodex, like practically the entire cast.
Yeah, how did casting work?
Right. So she knows a lot of incredible, like talented women, and so do I. I can go down and kind of let you know where we got everybody
Sure.
from. So, and actually, I don't want to talk, Jen. How did I pick you? How did we know each other?
Okay, so Danielle was an amazing singer-songwriter, like of her own songs as well. And so a long time ago.
In our 20s.
Yeah. Like
Just yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday. like just yeah. So we I played cello in her band.
She did. And you harmonized with me.
Yes,
we used
yes.
to gig.
We did.
Wow.
Yeah, so many places.
Hotel Cafe we even
Yeah,
played.
we did Hotel
We played a lot of great spots.
Yeah, a lot of great spots. Like a lot of places that are closed now, but that's all right. I'm just like thinking about all those great spots we played. But anyway, so it was incredible playing all those shows together, and then we've kept in touch down the road because then she also helped me get my first acting job.
Oh, that's
She coached me on my first acting
She's
job.
an incredible actress as well.
Matchmaker.
Oh my god, yes, but if that's a secret, are you revealing it?
Secret now.
Oh, are you revealing the
No,
secret?
she's not.
Okay.
Right,
Okay, she
yeah.
just knows I'm a matchmaker. Okay.
Right. And then and so like Danielle, like it's like a decade, right?
I will take your firstborn. I will take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have long standing friendship, and I knew I needed a beautiful cellist who could sing.
And so it was so fun to get called for this, and she's like, "Do you want to do this?" Because it kind of like merges all of the wonderful things like cello and acting and all that stuff together. So it was so fun. Yeah.
So that was how I got to have Jen on one of my beautiful cellists. And then there's another gorgeous cellist over here. By the way, your hair is rocking, Michelle.
Oh, thank you.
Michelle, do you want to share how we met and then how we came together musically?
Okay, so how we met and how we came together musically, it all happened at once. A dear mutual friend of ours was getting married, and she had asked us both to sing and play music at her wedding. And we had a lot of rehearsals leading into it, and we kind of just got to know each other and sing together. And I'll never forget, after the wedding one night, we were doing karaoke in Italy. It was so dreamy. It was so much fun. We were doing karaoke, and Danielle grabbed me. She's like, "Okay, come on, let's go, let's sing." And she really lightning fast taught me this bit of a song that she wanted me to sing with her. And we sang, we had an absolute blast. And and now we sing together too on our own project together. And yeah,
Called
it's a ton of
Bloom.
fun.
It's
I will
a
never
trio.
forget that night, Danielle. It was so much fun.
Our trio is called Bloom, and Michelle sings and plays cello in it, and our girlfriend Krishna. And we have some songs coming out for you this year. Some more surprises, some more music video or music films, as it were, fantasy films, as it were. But yeah, and so Michelle, thank you so much for joining. You and Jen playing those cellos in the woods is honestly one of my waking dreams.
It's easy to carry
It's
cello.
It's fun.
What was that?
It's easy to carry a cello.
That's a good question. Was it easy to carry your cello through the woods?
That got me easy.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It could have been worse.
I guess you got the axe,
We had I had dead leaves in my cello case.
Yeah. This was a labor of love. Through and through. Okay, and so then in the back, Evan, who you all know, Gana, in the game as well. But I met Evan when
We met, we worked on a film together called Green Light.
Green Light. I call it the Green Door.
Yeah.
I've been drinking.
We worked on a film together called Green Light. Danielle came in to play my mother.
Listen,
actually.
I've been playing mom since I've been 23. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. But Danielle was such a light, so funny because the movie is such a bit of a drama, and Danielle comes in. This is the first time meeting her, and she plays my mom at dinner, and she just played it in a way that nobody expected. I don't think. But so fun, so charming, so light, and in between takes, just such a generous actress. And so I spoke to you just about acting in general and career, and it was very clear to me that you were a very generous artist. And so from that, we ran into each other. I went to the Game Awards. I was working as a host for a show on Twitch, and I went to the Game Awards, and I ran into Danielle at the after party after you guys had won.
Yes, and we were on a high.
Yeah. And so I ran up to her and I was like, "Hey, it's Evan. I don't know if you remember, we worked together on something." She's like, "Yeah, come on, let's go sit with the cast." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go sit with the cast of God of War." And then from that,
And Matt Sophos spotted you. And Matt
Yes.
Sophos, who's the head writer at Sony Santa Monica Studios, brilliant. Talk about generous, the nicest man ever. He was like, "Hey, so that actress Evan that we met, she's kind of interesting. And tell me about what it was like working with her." I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so talented and so kind and just really authentic and true." And he's like, "Yeah, I think we're going to bring her in for an audition." And she ends up booking Gana. And that scene between us is so rich and it's so painful. Because I think we had that history already and that friendship. And then when I had to do what I did to you, that was not nice.
Yeah, well, when I spoke with Matt, he said the reason he wanted to bring in someone that you knew is because that scene there had to be a history already. And since we had worked together, there was already a little bit of that. And so, I mean, it was just one scene, a really quick scene. And so we just had to be there for it. And yeah, that was really generous to bring me in, and as were you. And that was so terrifying and so much fun to shoot. What a beautiful experience. That set is full of this like incredible energy of everybody there is happy to be there, and so I don't know what it was, but that set was electric.
It brings out the best of you because of the support and the love that's there. And and then I asked her to be Gana in the video game or the music video, and she said yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna bring it back to this gorgeous lady here, Crystal. And how did you get involved?
So I actually know Amber, or Amber knows my brother. So it's a lot of, so and so knows so and so connections, which Ellie is all about. And Amber reached out to me because she knew an actual gamer, which made me relevant for a song about mythical, what is it, Greek? Is it
Norse.
Okay, yeah. So in terms of just in general, me having any connection whatsoever, I play video games. I love video games.
And tell us your name.
And my
Moonlight.
gamer tag.
Yeah.
So Moonlight Wolf is my gamer tag. It's my brand. I did streaming on Twitch. I did streaming on Mixer back when that was still a thing.
R.I.P.
I have a YouTube channel. Remember Mixer? I love Mixer. I like Mixer. R.I.P. But yeah, so I did my own share of streaming and stuff like that, and Amber reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you want to be part of this music video for this video game?" And I was like, yeah, no, that sounds like a lot of fun, absolutely, because I never even fathomed being in a music video, let alone one based off of a very notorious video game like God of War. So for Danielle to give me such an amazing part, I was honored, and I love my outfit, by the way.
Oh my God. No, I knew you were a secret, and also too because you have queen energy, and also too because you are a queen in the video game space, and it just made sense to make you secret. Yeah.
Well, that made it even more powerful. That's how that happened.
Awesome.
Just a brief summary.
And she nailed it on that horn.
Oh my God.
Every time.
The sound to come on, I was so proud.
She got sound. It was amazing. And that was sort of our like allusion to like Galahorn and like obviously starting Ragnarok. And it is a love letter to Sony. It's a love letter to God of War, Freya, all Norse mythology, and also just like the sisterhood of formidable badass women. How about you, little cutie?
I met you through Amber. Amber and I met like years ago at Black Rabbit Rose. It was a Reeve Carney show. Love Reeve Carney if you don't know. He's amazing musician. And she reached out to me and told me about the whole concept and everything. And I sent like a little selfie photo. And yeah, now I'm here. It's just been a trip. It's so cool.
And we're like, you are a singer, and
Yeah,
you perform all the time, and you're just crushing it on stage.
Thank you. Yeah.
And also, too, she learned how to play the drums.
Yeah, I did. That was a trip. Amber came over, and I'm like, I have a drummer, and they do their thing. I do my thing. I can play the guitar and keys, but drums are just like not my forte. And Amber came over, and she like taught me the rolling drum, like from bands, and it was amazing. I still think about that. I'm like, yeah. Thank you.
And that drummer outfit is so incredible. It's so cool. I mean, all the outfits are incredible, but in particular, that little hat with the sequin. All right.
Very cute.
Who do we got here? Okay, now, I just must tell you, there's one unicorn in the ring. It is not me. It is the long, red-haired, fair-skinned, green-eyed maiden here on the end. Phoebe, the harpist. Now, the thing is, I knew I wanted that sort of very Celtic, Scottish, red hair, pale skin. And I was like, what are the odds that I could find that look that's a harpist living in LA? Impossible. I Googled it. Google fix everything. I just put it in the Google, right?
Yeah.
And the Google popped up this mysterious creature. Phoebe, hello. Talk to us.
Did you put into Google red hair?
I put red-headed harpist in LA, and you appeared.
That is nuts, Danielle. That is amazing. Okay, well, it was magical. It was a magical thing because we did not know each other before. However, I had just recently started researching Freya. because I have 2 cats and they are my obsession. And my neighbor told me that Freya has 2 cats. And so then I Googled your character, or basically you, Freya. Who is that? And I saw the 2 cats, found my favorite photo image. It wasn't a real photo back from worse times, but it was animated. And I had that as my phone background. And when you called me, I got a voicemail. I wasn't able to pick up, but I got a voicemail from Amber, you, and it was basically saying, can you play the harp for this amazing project? She explained it a bit as a Valkyrie. And I am obsessed with mythology, and I have been into Nordic mythology, so it was bizarrely, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
manifestation.
It was truly, yes, we were discussing manifestation. It was.
It was the theater of magic. And also, didn't you already have like a little shave on the side? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out the shave on the side. Already had that going.
Yes. Well, I love, like, that's my favorite kind of stuff is mythology. I'm a harpist. I've always liked Celtic
Celtic
music.
music. Yes.
Yeah, I had done a cover of video games with a friend who was also a great singer back in the day when that song came out. So it all tied together. And then lastly, I can't even remember. It's all just exciting.
She
It's all
just said
magical.
yes, and it just was like it was like a kinship right away.
Yeah.
And I-
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Playing the harp on a project, film, film and harp. That's my favorite because I act as well as play the harp. However, harp is my main thing. So anytime I can do both is my dream come true. Yeah.
You are a complete angelic vision on that hill under the willow tree, playing your heart.
Oh,
Yeah. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of all these ladies.
That's amazing. Google, everybody.
Hey.
Google.
I just wanted to give you guys some of the things that people are saying on here. Do you mind?
Yeah.
All right. So Nessa says you guys should all do a like a reality TV show together. It would be better than keeping up with the Kardashians. Scott says
That would be so nice.
No, we're a little way too nice.
You're so beautiful and you're so talented.
Scott says keeping up with the Valkyries.
Oh my God, keeping up with Valkyries.
And then Rob says, what is everybody doing for Super Bowl? I want to party with the Valkyries.
Oh, that would be fun. We can have our like. I've been really into this whole wing thing. I've really been milking it. Yeah.
Go for it. Why not? You're allowed. You owned it. All the wings you like. We have some more questions from chat too. This is also from Nessa.
Yeah, Nessa. The Pseudolicious. No, she has a little fan site called the Pseudolicious.
It's either a relative or a fan. Got it. Nessa asked, how was it to work with so many gorgeous women? Terrible. But it sounds
It's the greatest.
Everyone here seems miserable.
Everyone was there were cat fights all the time. No, it was amazing. I love women, and I mean I love men as well. But just to be able again to everybody had their MAC lipstick color. Everybody had their special thing, and I love sisterhood. And so yeah, I'm like just fawning. Oh, and by the way, the hair. Let's talk about hair for one quick second. So JL Serrano, total mastermind, bought all this hair. And this is all my real hair. but for the music video, wait, what? But for the music video, she bought hair for just about everybody. And can we just talk about how much we loved our hair?
Oh my God, I didn't want to take it out.
No, none of us did. I was just gawking over the beauty constantly. So it was delicious.
You had some sponsors to help out with writing stuff like that, right?
Thank you for that. MAC Cosmetics.
That's awesome.
Literally, like it was Amber's idea. We reached out. Here's what we're up to. Bunch of women, female-led production. Can we get some makeup? And they were like, yeah. Now I had already sort of been tweeting a lot about Ruby Woo. Do you know about Ruby Woo? I'm very excited to turn you on to Ruby Woo. It is a red lipstick that looks good on every skin tone possible. I don't know how they do it. It's magic.
Okay.
I played a witch on a TV series, and it was my color.
Oh,
it
that
was
was
my Ruby Woo. So I was like, hey, listen, I've already kind of been giving a little bit of love to Matt. What do you think about this? So, yes, every Valkyrie had their own
It's
MAC
really cool.
lipstick.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Does everyone remember their color?
Yes.
Okay. I was Velvet Teddy.
Honey love.
Michelle, do you remember your MAC lipstick?
I
Come on, Michelle.
We're gonna come back to you. Amber's gonna we have it written down. Hold on.
Tell you right now.
Michelle,
though,
you're cherish.
Cherish.
Cherish. It was mine.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm really bad at remembering.
Okay. Jen's was Honey Love Cherish. We have Phoebe was
Yosh.
Yosh.
Gosh, that's such a
Okay.
good name.
Yosh. We've got Spirits.
How did I remember that?
I mean, you are Spirit. You're moonlit like wolf. Right?
Kind
Evan,
of sexy.
you are kind of
Oh,
sexy.
yes.
And then, Kendall, do you remember yours? Yes, you do. It's
World.
It was
Yes.
World. We are going to do some love for our sponsors coming up on the interwebs and socials, so keep an eye out. We're so happy. Yes, okay, and then our costumes. We had sponsors, so there were 4 different wardrobe houses that we pulled from, and every single one of them gave to us for free. It was insane.
That's amazing.
So it's where there were challenges. It was like, oh, maybe the gods do want us to make this music film.
Yes.
And
Fantasy
so
music film.
fantasy music film. And so one of my closest girlfriends, actually that brought Michelle and I together, Alexandra Fulton, that was the wedding we were at in Italy, has a wardrobe house called the Last Follies Closet. And she basically bought all of the old Bob Mackie wardrobe. Like there's like Lucille Ball's name, like that's like written into some of the tags. Like this is the authentic stuff. So all the fairy looks were from the Last Follies Closet. And she made the earwings. She handmade every single earring. She just was like, yeah, I'm gonna just put the little feathers and I'm gonna do the glue and then I'm gonna spray paint it and I'll send it to you. She's a fairy. She's a real life fairy. You're gonna love her.
That's
Then-
amazing.
Yes. So and then our amazing wardrobe mistress Gigi Harding, who put all of these looks together. I mean, brilliant looks. She worked at Western Costume, and can I just tell you how many times Western Costume has outfits for us because of our reshoots? 3 times. Once with my broken nail, 3 times. It was as traumatic as my broken nail. I was like, this guy, he's never gonna do it. And for the 3rd time, they let us have all of the warrior, all of our Valkyrie looks were there. My couture gold rings were from Jacob at For the Stars Fashion House that Amber found. And basically this guy like dresses Lady Gaga and like Katy Perry. And I'm like, I've got this music fantasy film based on a video game that I made. My character's kind of cool. Can I look at some wings? He brings me back and they're like, oh, these gold couture wings. For free, thank you, Jacob. And then I pulled some from my wardrobe and then one of Amber's friends, Danielle Fourier. And out of all of that, we like Gigi mastermind these outfits together.
That's amazing. Were they comfortable?
The pants were custom pants.
Everybody got to keep their custom
Love my
pants.
pants.
Well, stretch pants.
That's good.
Faux leather.
That's good. But otherwise,
There were some uncomfortable moments in those Valkyrie outfits. The fairy outfits were like kind of flowy.
That's
Ladies
okay.
were
Yeah,
good.
that was
difficult to get in and out.
Yeah.
Especially for the back.
When we were hiking up with all of like the plates on and the gear and stuff, that was a hike.
These
like a real
girls,
hike.
and these girls, man, I tell you what, I'm so grateful to you guys because look, I mean, we didn't have like, oh, can we please bring like the craft service or like, you know, the golf cart. No, there was no golf cart. Like people, these women were like formidable, like on the side, like scaling the mountain, climbing over rocks so we could get to the cave of transformation. I'm like, oh, they are not going to be
that's
happy with
very
me.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, it was. Getting in character.
Yeah,
It was,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
It was empowering.
How many people did you actually have on set when you were on that? How many people were
Oof.
Maybe there was about 15 of us.
Maybe on the up there, yeah. We had
Yeah.
more when we were on the.
We had Jared and also a Scott with the umbrellas,
Mhm.
like holding these big umbrellas because
We
otherwise
had
we would have
behind the
burned to
scenes.
death
Or
from
what
the
time
sun.
What time
We had-
did you?
7, we were there September and November.
September, October, and November.
Yeah,
Which like is misleading. If you're not in LA, September is like the hottest month somehow.
Yeah.
It's so hot. I don't
Yeah.
understand why it's not June. It's September for some reason.
Fortunately, when we did our final shot, it was
It was,
November.
yeah, so it was
okay.
better, like,
You
it was
got
like, because the first time we were gonna shoot, when we thought we were gonna do that scene, it was, we were planning to be very, very, very warm.
Yeah.
And then when we went back for that shot, it was actually quite a blessing to have on pleather pants and stuff. 'cause
Oh,
it
yeah.
was more-
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I can't even imagine like all that hair and that heat too. Yeah. It's not easy being this beautiful.
It's work.
Oh, and you guys had to basically hide that we were shooting
Oh,
something.
that was
All right.
We had to be like, oh,
We had all the permits.
we did. We were from the modern
It was
Valkyrie.
definitely legitimate.
It was.
We're just doing photo shoots, guys.
We have another question here from Soul Alive who said, how long did it take to make?
Within a span of September, October, and November, the span of 3 months. The biggest hurdle was the scheduling.
Yeah.
And then, of course, from 3-day shoot to 5-day shoot. And even the first part, too, that first part where, like, I'm just like the girl on the couch playing the video game. And then, like, I go around the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe style. I go around the tree, and then I'm in this fantasy world. That was a challenging day because we wanted to do another love letter to Sunny Santa Monica and do the no pet camera. So it's basically like the camera comes in. Of course, there's the Easter egg of Brett Dalton, who plays Freyr, my friend in the game, which was so cool. And his character is called Everyman. And I thought, well, you know what? If there could be like the pretty girl that's like doing the thing on the yacht in the music video, you know what I mean? Like that girl.
Especially 'cause he's cooking.
Well, that's exactly
Yeah.
right. I said, how would we objectify the man in a woman's music video?
Yeah.
He's cooking, he gives me a beer, and then he's flipping the burger,
Yeah.
and then baby's in the pool, and baby's looking really handsome in that pool, and he's just chilling out.
I also just love, like, I have every intention of teaching you how to completely play video games. So starting out and seeing it, I was like, that's going to be you for real one day.
I
Danielle.
can't
I'm going to
wait.
teach you, and it's going to be awesome.
Bringing up baby.
Yeah, exactly. We got another question here from Sophia T. This is a question for the producers. How did you decide which Valkyrie each actress slash musician would represent?
Interesting. Well, I could just specifically say because I knew a lot of their personalities and I knew their instrument, and then I did the research on the actual Valkyrie, and I just felt that each of them sort of had everyone has an energy that they move with. And so I think from there we just kind of figured it out, and I think we kind of nailed it. How did you guys feel about the characters chosen for you? Yeah, Michelle, how did you feel as Rota?
Loved being Rhoda. Felt very, very powerful. Yeah.
Did each of you like go away when you got cast and look into the mythology of each of the Valkyries and like learn more about their backstories and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, get real nerdy with it?
Yeah.
Because I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been so long since we last worked on it, but I know that we first did. I was really heavily about the game, and also at the same time didn't want to spoil it because my brother wanted to play it, and I wanted to like watch him play it because he's more of a fan of me. But yeah, so I wanted to know more about what I was doing. Who I was manifesting on.
And Sigrun's a big part of the game. She's and one of the things that I loved about Freya too is like, she is powerful and she is by all rights the Norse goddess alongside of Odin, the goddess of many things, but she wanted to rule very King Arthur style, which was like round table style, which is like, okay, I am taking this seat. That's the lead, but we're all around this table together, and I'm going to hear the opinions of my sister, and we're going to, that's how we're going to move forward, not just like move out of it.
That's true in mythology.
Well, that's true for King Arthur, and that's kind of how I felt with Freya. Especially, there was one line that I had with Sigurd in the game where it was like, she said, "My queen," and I said, "We'll be side by side, sister." And I thought, oh wow, Freya's pulling some King Arthur into this magic.
Definitely fits.
It's empowering for the people around you. It's like we're doing this together.
I love how this is going to lead into my next question, which is to be completely opposite to that. This is from Boop Boop Barry.
Oh, Boop Boop.
Which Valkyrie is the Regina George of the bunch?
Who is the Regina George? Evan's looking at us like, oh wait, who's the Regina George?
I mean, Gna, right?
Yeah,
Well, in the game at least.
Yeah.
And because in actual mythology, no, she's your Freya's loyal companion, best friend.
Until Odin has his way.
Until Odin. This is game. That's game.
The Ragnarok
Yeah, that's
version.
Ragnarok
Yeah.
version. And even then, I don't know if she's very Regina George. She was hurt.
Yeah, she's in a really
Gna
tough
was
spot.
Really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she felt so lost and betrayed. I don't think she ever I think she wanted to be the queen to mask all that pain and get away from it and sort of say I'm not hurt, I don't need to be hurt. So, and maybe that's what Regina George does too. Right? Okay, so
Maybe, yeah.
let's go into it.
Hurt people.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
Very true.
This is the wisdom.
I know.
So yeah, maybe she turns into it.
Maybe nobody is. Maybe there isn't one.
No, Annette does have a question for each Valkyrie.
Yeah, we can jump through this if you
Can we
like.
want to jump through those?
Mhm.
Super fan Annette, we love you. From the
Okay.
Philippines, we love you.
Thank you. Danielle, if there will be a sort of sequel to Song of the Valkyries, what would you like it to be about?
Well, I'd love for this to be a movie, a TV series, a video game, an animation.
All of it.
Let's just do it all.
If it exists, it will happen.
If it exists. Listen, we've got a 5-minute expression of a small story. It's a sliver, right? So, the continuation would be, how can we keep this alive? A lot of people have been curious about a Freya game. People are curious about Freya and the Valkyrie. Someone was like, hey, how about a game about Freya and the Valkyrie? That was even before like Song of the Valkyrie came out. And I was like, interesting you say so. But you know what? It even if it begins and ends here, it's something that it was a dream that was manifested and we came together and did it. So to answer your question, I hope something really great. Thank you for being with us.
This one's for Crystal. As a gamer, how excited were you to be able to play a role as one of the Valkyries that was inspired by a music video game?
Like I said, I was just super excited. I was stoked. I was like, to be a part of anything with video games. I had a brief in the influencer space moments of doing, like, helping developers with video games, but being actually to manifest like a character, that was something that I was excited to finally be able to do on screen. And I hope I did her well.
Oh, you're
because,
great.
like,
Yeah,
I think you're okay.
And that mini crown that would like JL created for you,
Oh, so
like I mean, just
beautiful.
everything. Just you nailed it.
For Alanah, what do you think's the backstory between Freya and Mel?
Freya was her mentor, role model, best friend. And I think Freya as a mentor is much more of a friend. As you said, stand by your colleagues to not make them feel less than. And so I think Ganal looked up to Freya like it. You know, she always treated Ganal with deep respect as a colleague, but Freya, I mean, Ganal had her up on a pedestal.
Yeah,
For
really
sure. And always respected that. And I'm not sure if she wanted to be a Valkyrie before the fall of our friendship. But once Odin took over, once Freya left, Ganal felt very abandoned and lost and betrayed and confused. And it was like having in life, whenever we hold someone up to an image, you cannot
I was gonna fall
sustain
off
that
that.
pedestal. Yeah, no matter what you did, you would fall off that pedestal. And I think it was meant to be this sort of fall from grace that Ganal had with Freya in life. And I don't think you ever meant to betray Ganal. I don't think she was,
I was
part
betrayed
of that.
myself, and like, which is like ironic, right? Like these things happen in life, and all of a sudden, like now we're at odds. But it was like, but wait, the same thing happened to me. But you were so far gone at that point, and so twisted. Like that's what happens when you have like a megalomaniac, like narcissist, like Odin, right? Or that person in your life that will get inside the brain like a little worm, like a little poisonous worm, and like you were so far gone.
And Ganal replaced your place in her mind, having you on the pedestal with Odin.
Oh, sure.
So now this person is her security, and it's that comfort. And
It
so
reminded me a little bit of that All About Eve relationship, where I felt like I was taking you under my wing, like literally, and then like you turned on me, and so it was a mutual thing there.
yeah, so
We both went through a lot.
yeah.
Odin's a joke. That's the thing.
That's the major
Yeah.
takeaway.
Screw that guy.
Careful of the Odins of the world. They're out there.
Yeah, unfortunately. This one's a candle. If you were to also do a cover of a song that's based on the Valkyries, what song would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh my god.
This is a tough one. When I was reading it, I was like, that's going to be hard
A
to answer.
song for the Valkyrie. Why do I go to like a Rolling Stones?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, like something, I don't know. Yeah, like Play with Fire. I would do Play with Fire Rolling Stones.
Nice.
And make it like really like Lana Del Rey style, like heavy and just like Play with Fire.
That's a good sequel.
Yeah, that is a great.
Unexpected.
Hey guys, there's the answer to your question. Play with Fire is the next cover.
For Madison, what are some of your favorite music pieces to play on?
Phoebe Max.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's so cool that you did these questions for us. So, what is my favorite song to play?
Yeah.
I love playing And Then I Want to Hurt.
Oh, nice.
Did not see that coming.
What?
Yes, which Eminem song?
Haley's song. Haley's
song. Yeah.
Oh.
Because you have to find a song. I love hip hop. It's my favorite, but you can't do a rap well on the harp because it's the same note over and over, and that's not why we like the harp. We like those melodic and glissandos and chords arpeggiated. So, one of the Eminem songs I love with melody is Haley's song, and I did a cover of that, and I did a music video of that, and very much similar, like a passion project. And that changed my life.
Where can people see them? People need to see this.
Oh, thank you so much, Danielle. On my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel, if you search Weekly Madison, on YouTube, you don't think we're rare.
Beyond the PST.
I think like Haley's song, her. By now it's been out long enough that it comes up in searches.
We'll share it though. I mean, you all are like now part of the family, so people know how to find you, but specifically like do the research because you want to check out what all these women are doing.
Yeah, we'll make sure at the end we figure out where you can find everybody before we go. But that's very cool and also very unexpected.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Yeah, that's awesome. But Jen, did you take any inspirations from existing characters while getting into the role of Clara?
No, I mean, I don't. I was sort of just wrapped up in the whole like group experience. Like I feel like we were all we had our separate characters, but also like it was like much more of the ensemble. So I didn't take inspiration from other characters. Like it was in the Valkyries.
That's awesome. It's also very awesome. You took inspiration from everybody else.
Well, but also too, like your incredible like acting background and what you got to channel through the character. Not to me, like cello is like kind of like second nature. So
Yeah, but I don't feel like I didn't take from any other existing sources.
Yeah.
Like I just sort of like what I read about it and what we were in the moment, like what we were.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't like a conglomeration of something.
And I just do want to point out that Jen is the cellist in the song, like in the music studios.
yeah.
Jen came in to play cello, and Jen and Michelle, who we're about to get to, have one of my also favorite moments. Is this is my idea of fun when they look straight into camera and they like kind of give you a little secret. Is one of like the biggest payoff. You guys really know.
The next question is from Michelle, if you can hear, hopefully. Which Norse Valkyrie is your favorite, and which one do you think you resonate with the most?
Ooh, that is a good question. I don't know that I have a great answer to that.
You're not
I
hurt,
will
betrayed.
So you like Fran best. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Freya, probably.
Okay.
Good choice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think probably Freya.
That's fair.
It's a good question.
Good answer. It's a good answer.
It was 50-50. You know. The next question's from Mighty Kratos, who did ask a question for Freya. How was the experience playing or portraying Valkyrie meeting mocap and in the song as live action?
I mean, I think that was part of the payoff for me, right? Was because I had been doing performance capture all these years, and it was like, well, darn it, like, what does it feel like to hold an actual sword and be in the costume and be in the hair and makeup, you know? Don't get me wrong, like, I 100% love being in video game. I never thought my life would lead me into being an avatar in a video game. It's like the greatest gift God ever gave me. But then I was like, oh, I feel like I want to see what it looks like, you know, in live action. So it's very rewarding and fun, and I want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And Fikna, which I always pronounce incorrectly.
Gna.
It's so epic. It's so
Gna.
doing the G so it's like
No.
It is not a silent G.
No, I always say no. Like
I thought it was not too.
No, it's aggressive G.
Gna.
Gna.
It's so much effort.
Yeah.
How would it have been if you'd stayed friends with Freya and stayed by our side until the end? So excited about it. What do you think about it?
Oh, she would. I mean, I feel like if that's the case, she would have waited. Not waited, but you know, it's like you cannot put too much pressure or responsibility of her own responsibility on the thing. So if she had really maintained that trust with Freya, maybe forgiveness, compassion, because you know, if your friend's going to make a choice that maybe you don't agree with, you don't make it about you, you know, and get upset. It's like you stand on your own feet. You say, okay, my friend made this decision. Okay. And then you wait, and then you take your own action. You know, you go through what you have to go through. So I don't know what would have happened, but she probably wouldn't have betrayed herself in that period of time. And when the time came, and you know, they could have been reunited, she would have taken the action she could to, you know, be responsible for everybody. Yeah.
At the very least, her own decisions, which is a huge
Yes.
name in the game, which makes it like the best video game in the world, and I will always be on the top shouting it because I don't know any other video game that's talking about the importance of taking responsibility for your actions. Like just as a human, it's like difficult. Now you're playing a game and it's basically showing you this god and goddess like Kratos and Freya are now like having to take responsibility for their outcome. And it's a really tough pill to swallow because it takes humility and compassion for yourself and also vulnerability.
And it's scary to stand on your own feet and go, okay, wow, I'm in the middle of this now. Okay,
Yeah.
great. What am I gonna do? Not like, oh, screw her. I'm gonna get her. It's like, no. What are you gonna do now?
Good for you.
Yeah,
Totally.
for you.
A question that I really like that kind of relates to that, which is from Phantom Tabby asked, are there certain characteristics or anything from each Valkyrie that any of you connect with or relate to? And I feel like responsibility is a great one.
Yes.
But anything else? Anyone else like that you felt you really embodied or that you could relate to throughout this experience in general? Because it seemed like it was very cathartic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, seriously, I feel like every element of it was cathartic in some way, but that scene that I love where we do the V formation, where we have our weapons just in between shooting, just literally being in character. I just took the opportunity to be in that character because it was so freaking fun. I mean, I had a dagger in my boots and I could wield it, you know, and in an empowering way, not in a protecting myself in Hollywood sort of way. And it just felt like super powerful, super beautiful. And then, yeah, the woman camaraderie, which is so necessary always. Yeah.
The idea between that V formation too was like we are Valkyrie about to take flight, and if you watch like the birds in the sky, it's really lovely where there's one in the lead and they're in this beautiful V. So like the ones in the back can actually just sort of hang glide off of. There's a word for it, and I'm not that nerdy, but I'm kind of nerdy. It's like vortex, or there's some. So this is how we take flight on planes, right? And so the bird in the back gets to chill while like their brothers and sisters in the front are like taking it, and then the one in the front will go in the back. And it's just like this beautiful give and take, reciprocity. But I thought, hey, wow, here we are now. We know our mission. We're all awake. We're sisters again. Now we're going to go into our bird formation, unsheath the weapon, and just fly off the cliff.
It's beautiful. I'm going to ask you a question about something else that's beautiful. Boot Barry asked, how much glitter did you use?
Oh, Barry, so much glitter. Glitter on the eyes, like little, like actual, like rhinestones, like that were like glued to the cheeks. Yeah, that was the fairy
They were
look.
really pretty.
Glittery tattoos.
Isn't that obvious in the music video that we used a lot of glitter?
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
so-
because
Crystal had glitter in her scalp.
yes. Oh, Amber painted glitter onto your beautiful braids. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. How long did it take to get rid of that? Glitter is a hazard.
I think people are still finding glitter in their car.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Gets
a good party
everywhere.
when there's glitter like a month later and you're still finding glitter.
Yeah, no, Barry did specifically ask how much glitter to use on battle swords and axes to fashionably slay your foes. Like, what's the capacity of glitter you need to take somebody down with style? And it's a lot.
Yeah, some Valkyries do it.
I don't have too much.
Dazzle.
I really like this one as well, also from Barry. What are your favorite spices to add to baked pastries made from the blood of your enemies?
Wow,
Oh.
that's delicious.
What are our favorite spices for our
Cinnamon.
I was gonna say
Cinnamon's a good
Cardamom is good.
Allspice.
Cardamom.
Allspice is great.
Oh,
okay,
cool.
that's
So
good.
we can get some savory and some paprika. Curry is always good. Some black pepper. I love cayenne. Give them a kick. Ginger, garlic, salt, ginger. Damn, this is gonna be a good baked
Yeah,
pie.
let's do that. Next stream is baking stream.
Do you bake?
No, but I'd love to learn. Like, I've
no
always thought I hate cooking, but I'm like, I reckon I really like baking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the cake art stuff, like it's so cool to watch. Next time.
Next
We'll
time.
make Valkyrie cakes.
Yeah.
What do the Valkyries do in their spare time? They're not busy kicking us and taking names to battle.
describe what we all do in real life, but yeah, for me it's making crazy music fantasy films. Clearly, I love to cook and I love to dance and I love to create all things.
I garden. I grow vegetables. I have like a little incubator right now at home that's I don't have much sunlight in my apartment, so I've got like a grow light and it's not for pot, it's for I have like 3 baby artichokes.
That's awesome.
It's so cute. I love watching them grow.
Very cool.
Very rewarding. Michelle, besides being an incredible mother of 3, what do you love to do in your spare time?
Well, I also love to cook. I love to garden, but I'm not very good at it. I try. But yeah, mostly cooking. I cook a lot. Sorry, full disclosure, I have a child that won't go to sleep and has been screaming this entire time. So if I seem extra distracted, that's what it is. She just won't stop screaming. So I'm so sorry.
You also play cello with some incredible artists, both you and Jen. Can you share maybe 1 or 2 of the great things that you've done recently with your cello?
Ooh, what have I done recently with my cello that I really liked? Let's see.
Was there a John Legend moment?
Yes. I got to play on his last album. That was super fun. Super fun. Yeah, that was awesome. Jen, what have you been up to on cello?
Like, I don't know.
I guess just
in the like comic realm, I did play on the score for Black Adam.
Oh,
Like I feel like that fits in.
That's very cool.
You got some cred, some nerd cred.
Do you both play in like a orchestra ever? You know, like live.
Funny little story. In 2018 at the Game Awards, I'm up on the stage with God of War with the team winning Game of the Year, and all of a sudden I hear, "Psst, Danielle, and who is it? None other than, oh my God, Michelle Elliott Rota. She was playing in the orchestra. She got to play the God of War theme. She played Bear McCreary's theme. Michelle.
Yeah, that was really fun.
You were destined
That was
to
so
be.
great.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's super another
That was another magical moment.
Very cool.
I know. I love hearing that. Like we were all there that night. I didn't know everybody, but we were all there. I guess it was so fun.
Oh, in my free time.
You did something very interesting with the tea.
Yeah, I just started studying Tai Chi.
Oh, nice.
And that I've been doing for about 2 years.
Cool.
I just have to say, I'm sorry to interrupt like this, but Evan has the most soothing, beautiful voice, which you can hear now.
And soul.
She's so kind. And when we were driving, I totally hijacked this, but when we were driving up the hill to the shooting destination,
A scary hill. That's not.
it was
yeah.
winding.
It was winding.
Very
It was
scary for
terrifying.
people with motion sickness issues, which I have, and I got so nauseous. Like I was, and our driver was a bit wild on those roads. And you were like doing countdowns and breathing exercises sweetly to helping me, and I thought I was gonna have to get out. It was really bad. I'm like almost blushing thinking about it. But I remember going, "Are you later?" When I recovered, being like, "Did you teach yoga? Do you?" And you kind of were like, "You are. That is so awesome. You could do anything in Tai Chi, yoga, mindfulness, anything at all." So thank you.
Thank you.
My dog is here.
You did great driving, Danielle.
Was that me? You were so
Okay.
smooth.
No, Danielle, it wasn't you.
It's the bar.
Was it
the bar
me?
is very-
Okay.
No, they're not here. The person's not here.
So, Crystal, what do you love to do in real life in your spare time? You're like, what's that?
Yeah, that I just like heard that. Okay, so video games is obviously something that I did a lot of in the past, but lately I've been tapping more into like more entrepreneurial side. I am currently like working on some craft projects with a friend of mine, and we're doing like holiday gift ideas together. So mostly like crafty stuff. I've been doing a lot of that, and then also just working really hard on my career. As a sound
Your work
engineer.
is awesome.
Yeah,
Your work is fun, isn't it?
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I didn't talk about it.
Design and the sound
Yeah,
design
yeah.
and yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm actually a sound engineer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then there's that.
I'm not a gamer. I don't do that for a career. I'm actually a sound engineer, and currently I work on like anime and original animation, video games, just in the world of dubbing, ADR,
Very
sense,
cool.
and I do sound design as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
I'm a singer, so I play music. I do shows. I had a show on Thursday. It was so much fun.
Where?
It was at Harvey and Stone.
Oh, I love Harvard.
I love it. It's like iconic. So did a show there, but yeah, just like music, writing. I have 2 cats. They keep me busy.
oh,
And
pretty
babies.
pause.
We are
cat
my
lovers.
babies. So yeah, just living in LA in my 20s. It's
And
like a trip.
you're living large on TikTok too. Let's not. There are these like moments on TikTok where I'm like, Kendall, yes. I
For
don't
the
know.
girls. It's for
I
the
don't know
girls.
what you're doing, but keep doing it.
Hashtag. Love it.
And little cutie.
Well, now I have to go on TikTok more because I have to see what else doing on TikTok. Do you have audio of your shows? Like, do you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Because on Instagram, she's also amazing, and lately she's been doing shows, and I'm like, I want audio because the pictures are sick. Now I know I can.
I'm gonna post some stuff next week.
Okay,
Well, we're gonna hop on some of your shows.
Yes.
Yes.
Little Valkyrie like beat up.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what do I do with my free time? I have my 2 cats that I'm obsessed with beyond all imagining, and I love them so much. So I really, truly just look forward to getting home. I also love my boyfriend, but I have to tell you guys.
The cats.
Yes.
Boyfriend over here, cats over here. Boyfriend was not a lot.
But when you think about, yeah, because we're all so busy, and so we all do like various things around town, right? And when I remember I have them, that's the best. I love exercise. I love kettlebells, weightlifting, fitness, and my beautiful heart. Yeah, that. I guess I don't consider my free time anymore because it's my career, but that's the main thing. That I do.
Let's see what those kettlebells.
I think we're
And the
time.
hop at the same time.
And the heart,
yeah.
Let's go.
And we have time for like 1 or 2 more questions, and then we can do our drawing. Or
We can I'm gonna have to go in to do the drawing. We can do some more questions. How about some more straightforward that isn't everybody?
Okay, yeah, we've got
Yeah.
2 specifics from Sophie. That we can do. Sophie's also an incredible fan, like all of you.
And then I have some to your phone as well.
This one's for Phoebe. When did you decide to become a professional harpist, and what inspired you to do so?
Oh, that's really sweet, Sophie. Thank you. I started playing harp when I was 6 or 7, and I always just knew I wanted to play. And that was, I think, inspired largely by a Disney movie. I saw that animated harp from Jack and the Beanstalk, the Golden Harp. And, I was just really fortunate to be able to get a teacher, to be able to start lessons. You have to have lessons to play the harp, to develop proper technique. I was able to do that. My parents were supportive. It's not an easy thing. Some states don't even have harpists. Some countries you might not be able to find a harp easily. So yeah, and I always did it as I was able to get paid for playing at a young age, which helped me realize what was possible to do. And I just went to school for it. I just kept doing it. And it's that like that. What is that? 1,000 hours? How many
10,000 hours.
It's like that.
We did it.
You can do it. Anything. Too. So,
Sophie, you can do it too.
Yes.
Sophie's like, I didn't ask.
Play the harp.
I didn't even want to. This one's for Evan. How did it feel to bring the legendary anime Silver?
Oh, that was so cool. That was really cool. There's a company called Reanime. The director's name is Nick, and owner's name is Nick Shaw, and they make live action anime. And a lot of my friends who I had worked on other things with already worked with Nick, and they needed someone to play Ino Yamanaka. I said that right. And it was so incredible because everyone who's working on it, they have stunts. I'm a huge fan of Naruto. I love Naruto. And so seeing my friends portray the characters, being able to portray Ino, the costumes, being on set, it was brilliant. What was the question?
That was do you like Naruto? Yeah. How do you feel about Sasuke?
Really good.
No, it was how did you feel to bring the legendary anime to life?
Oh,
Is it because I don't know what that is. Is it something that like recreating anime shot for shot kind of thing?
yes,
That's
yes.
very cool.
Yes, it was a shot-for-shot remake of Climbing Silver, I believe was an episode, an arc, where Ino's mentor, the entire group's there, Ino's mentor dies. It's not a spoiler, is it? But it's this arc where they go through that and have to come out and fight. So yes, it was a shot-for-shot. It was a side arc. It wasn't like the main Naruto show. So yeah, it was amazing. I watched the show, so I was like, this is cool. Let's do it.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
This is like the ultimate live action anime was The Matrix, right? Like so many of the way those things are shot and so anime and it looks so good live. It's awesome.
Yeah, check out Reanimate. They have so many, like it's not just Naruto, it's all different animes.
Very cool.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Wait, 2 more?
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 more.
What do you think?
You can do a couple more.
Well, this one is from Sophia T. If you had to marry any god or goddess from any mythology, who would it be? They all suck a bit, is the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem.
They're all so evil.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now. I'm like Zeus,
Wouldn't
Lord. Like my dad, like bailed. Like
Goddesses gotta be goddess.
goddess on goddess. Like,
These, you know, they've been through trauma, but at least they're not like intentionally going down the sexual sex.
Yeah.
well, then there's that.
The
yeah.
bar is real low.
Yeah, the bar is low.
Is the question
Any
yours?
mythology.
Yeah, or any.
Athena.
Like, oh, that's very.
Yeah.
You'd marry Athena.
Yeah, and she's asexual. So she
Oh, that's work.
She's great.
Oh, she's a yes. I mean, Thor. I think Kratos. I have a little crush on Kratos. Everyone knows it. It's the beard, and it's when he had the sun. It's when he got.
But I think if you went for like Norse myth, Kratos, also a bad time.
Yeah, really bad.
God of War, Kratos, a little bit better.
Yeah, but I don't like that goatee.
That's
All right.
No, it's good. Sorry,
Sorry,
no
guys.
offense. No, except for you who's watching.
No,
we love that on you.
That's like a beard that's almost been grown in. That's like Stefan's not wrong.
Anyone who happens to be watching has
Yeah,
to
you at home.
We love it.
All right.
What do we got? Another one here. If you could choose, this is from Kovacs to Oregon. If you could choose another team for a music video, what would it be besides Valkyries? So if you're all getting into some other kind of.
I would like roller derby.
Oh.
My mind went right there.
Nice, Danielle.
That was a really good immediate answer.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do it.
in like the old school, like quad ones, not the like inline rollerblades. Like I'm talking 80s style,
Yeah.
But it's a
fluorescent.
spy thriller.
Yeah, there we are. We're spy thrilling.
We're
We're like,
workshopping.
yeah, we're like going under walls, like when we're still
Yes.
roller skating under
Yeah.
there. Nice. We're like bending over.
Very good.
I'm gonna think more about that and get back to you.
Yeah. So we're about to. We have drawn.
Oh.
I have first why don't we show?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is the big reveal. This
the big
is.
reveal.
Are we there?
We're in
All right. Do you want to flip it over? Hold on. I'm gonna have.
Flip it over.
Now I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have it. First of all, I want to thank Alanah. Can we just put our hands?
Yes.
Thank you. One thing. Oh, thank you. So Alanah has you've been like a source of sort of fascination for me for a while, and I'm gonna let you know why. It's because I was watching an interview you did with Corey like early on. I didn't know you, but I loved your energy. I loved your questions. I loved you were hanging with the guys. You were like the only girl at the table. You knew your stuff, and it was really just based on like merit. You earned your place at the table. you're out in the world, and you're also a formidable female creating content. And so I just thought you were the person that I wanted to be here with us today.
Yeah, I did mention I was very hungover. I told you that once before, but we made that video with Corey talking about a war, and then immediately as we're still rolling, I pulled them in the bin.
She can hang with the boys.
It's really bad. It wasn't a good day for me, but thank you. I'm glad
And everyone knows where to follow you on at.
I'm at Charles. Nobody knows how to spell it. It's fine.
What does it mean?
It's just my name in the middle of Charizard.
Yeah.
It was just like my username, which is a Pokemon. It was my username from when I was 13. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll keep it forever.
You stuck with it, and now you grounded yourself.
But now I can't change it. Why don't I do that thing that you can spell?
Very hot Pokemon, if you ask me. All right, so guys, this this poster was created by Stephen Coulson. You know him as our DP editor / co-producer / everyman. And I think it's pretty epic. Alana's laying eyes on it here.
Expert.
It's you, it's all for you. It's beautiful. You guys, who doesn't want to see this movie? I do.
Yeah, I used to. Amazing poster. It's amazing.
And inside the sun is the watermark of the Valkyrie rune symbol.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay.
We're going to do a deep dive into that later. But do we have a winner? First of all, thank you to everyone that tuned in. Thank you for everyone that is here, everyone that turned in questions. Oh, I'm sorry if we didn't get to all of your questions. We're going to have to do another round table. Maybe we'll figure out a way to answer them. We only have so much time.
Can I give this to someone? Because
Yes.
I'm really scared of like bending it.
Please, do you want to see this in the back?
Let's do this.
We are going to sign this. So,
We've got a big thing.
what's going on, Amber?
But we're kind of between two
Are there two winners?
people.
We can give it to two.
And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Boop Boop Berry
Boop Boop Berry
and Annette.
and Annette. Boop Boop Berry and Annette. Guys, you are
So
going to get
that means-
a live signed poster, the first of its kind, sent to you. Amber will get your address on how to send that to you. And hey, guess what, guys? You can actually get these posters. You can purchase them. I'm gonna put them up on my Streamily. On my link tree, you can go there. I've got lots of photos, but we're gonna have the poster up on my Streamily, and that's where you can purchase it in the future if you'd like to have a song with the Valkyrie. And here we go. All right, so we're gonna sign these while we say our goodbyes. How are we doing?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. We do have one more announcement.
We do.
Oh, we do have one
So
more.
before we go, we do have an announcement.
Okay.
It's sort of exciting.
It is really exciting.
It's extremely exciting.
Okay, so just take this in, and you're like, wait, we want more, and we do too. So interestingly enough, we have connected with an artist. The girls don't know this yet. In Australia,
G'day, mate.
down under.
How's it going?
You lovely Sheila. It's the worst.
It's really
I
You're
apologize.
incredible. but not
I'm incredible, but
a
that's we draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, no.
His name is James, and the name of his art studio is Form Art, and he is going to animate the Valkyries, and we are going to have a re-release of the music video. And the last like 20 to 30 seconds or so, he's going to take all the Valkyries, animate them, and we are going to fly off to restaurants
nice.
with our animated characters. So that is coming soon. Hopefully sooner than later. But you know what? We're just going to keep it alive.
Nice.
Yep. Thank you, James O'Reilly.
Thank you, James O'Reilly.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of yours, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're probably related.
Yeah. Is that what happens to you?
Hugh Jackman, James O'Reilly.
Dave Mancha, you know, you're all like in a room hanging
Got the
out.
whole thing. Yeah. That's the outcome. But before we head off, thank you to everybody for joining us. Thank you for so many questions. We appreciate you. I'm gonna go around and ask where people can find you. So Danielle, where can people find you on the internet?
Great question. It's always at Danielle Pasuti. Super easy. Lucky.
Yeah, lucky.
Lucky.
We're over here like, oh god, damn Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right?
Oh, do you want to do the Ruby again? So,
Okay.
just a second.
At Jen Kuhn, JenKuhn _.
Yep.
And on Instagram, Twitter, I guess TikTok. I'm there.
And on my Twitter feed, you all know this whole week, every day has been dedicated to a Valkyrie. So if you want to know all their stats and where to follow them, you can go to my Twitter feed at Danielle City. You can get all the details. Thank you. Yeah.
Michelle.
You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Michelliot, MIII, CHELLIOTT. But it's probably easier to just go to Danielle's and find me.
Can relate. Evan?
Evan Elizabeth on Twitter and Instagram. But yeah, I feel like if they just go through Danielle,
Just come to
you
my Twitter.
can find all of us.
Instagram and Twitter are actually my flow, and it's LITE by the way. It's not light like LIGHT. So I'll keep my kind of mistake. That is Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. I actually did get in my book.
On Instagram, I'm at Kendall.Rux, RUCKS, and then on TikTok, it's Kendall.Rux.
I am at PB Madison on Instagram, and my name is spelled PHEOBE. Also confused with the regular spelling.
Right. With E before the O.
Yes. PB Harpist, and on TikTok, I am there as well. And you can find me via Danielle's site. And then my YouTube name, unfortunately, isn't as easy for me to say. So that's the one I look for my music videos. It might be on Danielle's, but Googling my name, as Danielle already said, can reach you.
Redhead
LA harpist. Redhead LA harpist.
That should be a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining me again. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for hosting.
Such a
Thank you
pleasure.
and thank you to everyone for watching. Have a wonderful night.
One last question. In the sequel, which Valkyrie do you want?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. We'll get back to this.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there.
Wings and all.
Yeah, try and stop me now. I'll drive the car next time.
Yes,
Yes,
a lot better than I
yes.
will. All right, everyone. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
We love you. Thank you for your support.
Ending now.